Hi, we're Lindsey and Ken and we love to travel.
Why not come and join us as we explore new places all around the world?
Pick up some useful hints and tips and don't make mistakes that we have.
See the things that we get up to and take a look around the ships as we travel.
Why not subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to make sure you don't miss out.
Hello and welcome to our October live broadcast.
I know. How have we managed to get here? What's happened to the rest of the year?
Oh, I don't know. It's crazy. Yes. So it's obvious that winter is now coming. It's getting chilly, isn't it?
Yes, and it's dark outside.
It's dark outside. Yeah, very much so. So dark outside, which is not good. But hey, can't be helped. Let's say hello to a few people.
Yes.
I see we've got Reese here. Hi, Reese and Catherine. Probably Catherine's there as well. Not sure whether you had any slight issues catching up with us tonight, because something went sort of a bit strange about 2 minutes before we sort of went live.
And if it's going to go, it's going to go just before we go live.
Oh yeah. It was fine this afternoon when I did a test. Rose is here. Hi,
Hello,
Rose. Nice to see you again. Lovely of you to join us. And we've got Davina. Davina posted on the page earlier today.
Yes.
I think. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah. So we're all gathering here. It's been a pretty busy week for us, really, hasn't it? Well, last week was.
Last weekend.
Oh,
last weekend, yeah.
Yeah, not this weekend, last weekend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Two
Lord.
weekends ago.
2 weekends ago, yeah, which is
you
one of the reasons we're here to talk to you tonight about. But
do you want to say hello to the others?
Oh, yes. I've got hello to Land Rover 1965. Good evening, and evening to everyone else. We've got Gil and Sandra, who we met before. Margaret and Jackie probably as well from Rome.
From Rome at the moment.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Well, that makes a change. You're normally in New Zealand.
Makes a change. They come from New Zealand, and hopefully we're going to meet up with them next week, aren't we? Yeah, it's good.
Looking forward to that.
Gil and Sandra saying hi to Rose, Andy and Carla. Nice to see you both as well. Oh, you got treats for the dog there, Lindsay?
Yeah, I'm bribing him.
Bribing him with what?
Treats.
Gravy bones?
Gravy bones.
Or gin?
No, he's not having my gin.
Oh. And Paul and Carol are back.
Oh!
It seems like ages since you've been away. Well, we haven't sort of kept... Well, we were away and then they were away and... Yeah.
Ages since we've spoken, you mean?
Yeah, hope you had a fantastic time in Canada, in New England.
And are you jet lagged?
Are you jet lagged? Yeah. There's a cure for jet lag, apparently. It's called Thatcher's Gold. And Jerry and Diane are here. It's a good excuse, isn't it? You know?
Yeah.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, Diane. So,
I'm jet lagged as well.
You're jet lagged as well. No, that's just gin. I'd have thought you'd have had enough after all those cocktails that you had.
Yeah, but that was cocktails. This is different.
Right. So we've got some questions coming in. That's really good. Thank you very much. Do you want to talk a little bit about our visits first of all?
Well, yes.
Well, there are two completely different things.
Because we're members of Clear, we got invited to 2 ship tours. Well, one was a ship celebration. Media event, really. So there were 300 media and social media people invited to go on to Sun Princess. Travel agents, all sorts of people. And we were some of the lucky ones to get in on that. Well, we didn't know that it was going to be anything other than just a normal ship visit to start off with. And then the itineraries started coming out and we thought, so we booked an overnight stay.
Yeah.
Because we knew that we weren't going to get off the ship until 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
As it turned out, it was one heck of a party. It was really informative and interesting. and we saw quite a lot of the ship. Had some really nice guided tours. They fed us, and the food was really nice, wasn't it? You got a picture of the food. I
might have a picture of the main course. Just bear with me. I'm just going to see if I can find it there.
I've got him on his toes.
Ooh, caught me off. Sun food. There it is. This should be it.
And talking of food, he wants his other biscuit.
All right. There we go. So that's what I had. So it was a beef medallion and lobster. You had the same, didn't
I did
you?
actually, yeah.
And I must say, the lobster was really nice.
Yeah. So we got fed and watered. And
watered, very well watered. We had a visit to Spellbound.
We did, that
which
was
was
good.
quite fascinating. And although it's quite, some of you may have seen the vlog that we put out, and although it's a very expensive experience at $149, I think if we were on the ship,
I think we'd be tempted to do it.
I think it'd be
because we
tempted.
only saw a part of the experience. We didn't obviously see the food that you get because
Or the main
there's
show.
a main. We didn't see the main show. Well, we missed out on the main show. But
No, it wasn't on.
It was part of it was
part
in
of
the
it,
other
yeah,
room,
yeah, yeah.
but we didn't get as far as that.
No.
Because we spent too long in the middle rooms.
Yes.
But we had other research that we were doing at the time.
Yes.
That was really good, actually.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I would be more than tempted to go in to see Spellbound because it's very Disney-esque. It's the theme starts right before you actually walk in through the doors, and they're setting the scene for you all the way through, which is great. And the staff are lovely.
Yeah, it's a lot of money though.
It is a lot of money, but I think.
But you do get 10 included cocktails.
Yeah.
And they're sort of $20 each.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were quite nice. We didn't have all of them, but we tried quite a few.
We all sort of bit of a cumulative effort there,
And
wasn't it?
then the next day we went to see Resilient Lady in Portsmouth, which was just a normal have a look around the ship.
Yeah. So that's the first time they've managed to get me onto a Virgin ship.
Yes.
It might be the last.
I've still got...
It didn't really impress me. I suppose it's very difficult because it's a very short period of time. There's no doubt about the fact that I was certainly a little bit hungover from the day before.
We do have proof. There's us on the Virgin ship.
But there wasn't really anything that endeared me to it.
Well, you were not interested before you went, really.
No, I tried to have an open mind. But there still wasn't anything much that I thought, oh wow, I'd like to come and see this.
I like the small rooms. I like the little small areas where you could nip off, or apparently it appeared that you could nip off and you had a little bar here and a little bar there, little nooks and crannies that I thought were really quite...
I didn't see any seats that were comfortable to sit in.
There was a lot of very uncomfortable sitting. I think a lot of certainly the outdoor seating was style over substance, is a term that I would use, where they looked aesthetically beautiful, but they weren't particularly comfortable to sit on.
No.
But I guess that's what Virgin's about to a certain extent. It's different, and it's set out to be different, and its whole ethos, I guess, is to be different.
Yeah, it's certainly different.
When we were taken round and we've shown the theatre on there, it's a good tour actually. Taken round and shown the theatre, and they were explaining that this theatre isn't the theatre and it moves, and one day you can have seating here and the next day you've got a round area here, and it even moves during some of the performances. But it appeared that quite a few of them were standing audiences.
Well, so that the actual staging could move around the people that were there,
quite
which
intriguing,
is intriguing from a performer's point of view. That intrigued me, but
I have an issue. I've got a disability and I can't stand still for too long, and I'd like to sit down and watch the show. But that's
there wasn't anything that particularly endeared me to the ship itself, really.
No, but I would still go on it, or a Virgin ship, probably on my own, or with somebody else, not with you.
So if there's any volunteers,
yeah. But yeah, I think there are places I'd rather be. But I'm not saying I would never go on there, because I would never say never. I would. I think you can't say you don't like something until you've done it.
No. but it just didn't do any. Bearing in mind, I was a little bit sceptical to start with.
You were.
It didn't do anything to change my mind.
They fed us. We ate in the buffet.
The food looked interesting, and it was nicely served.
Food
very
is something
fresh.
that's always been fantastic on Virgin and Family.
So yeah, but it's an awful lot of money to shell out just for good food.
Well, they treated us very nicely on
Yeah,
board.
they did.
Yeah, we were well looked after. So anyway, that's it. If you have any questions about our visits, Lindsay's done a couple of blogs that are on the website, haven't you?
Yeah, if you haven't seen them on Facebook, they've now been put onto the website as well, so that you can always catch up with any blogs that we do there.
Yeah.
We've only just started doing them, so there's not many to see, but there are a few.
Yeah.
And obviously that's something that we will be adding to.
Yes. So we'll come to our first question, which is from Reese. And it says, if you did a Halloween cruise, what outfits would you dress up as?
Well, he'd probably tell you I wouldn't need to.
I'm biting my lip. You've done some scary parts in the past, haven't you?
I have. I've got some costumes upstairs that are sort of it's scary type costumes. I'm not sure that they'd fit anymore. But something on the sort of Salem type, because there's an affinity.
A witch sort of outfit.
A witchy sort of outfit with some nice green makeup.
I think I might go for put the bald cap on and do an Uncle Fester.
Yeah, you'd probably be quite good at that.
Yeah, I think so. Because although I've got hair.
I like the idea of doing spells and magic.
Yes. Yeah. So, Rose, I hope that answers your question. So I wonder what you fancy doing.
Who?
Reese.
Reese?
And Catherine. I wonder what they dress up at. And anyone else? Anyone got any plans for Halloween parties? We haven't, have we?
No, we normally hide away from the children.
Yeah. So, Margaret, they're currently on Oceania Marina. I hope you're loving it, because we certainly loved our one trip on Oceania, on Riviera. It was great.
And we've done a ship visit to Marina.
We did, yeah, and that was good.
She was very similar to Riviera.
She was, yeah. Keith and Christine saying hi, and Margaret saying hi to Dax. Say hi, Dax.
Dax, say hello.
Hi. Yes.
Dax, wake up.
So,
say hello.
Keith and Jan, good evening. Good evening to you both. Nice to see you here. And Rose is saying hi to Paul and Carol. And Sylvia, hi to you and all your followers.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Paul and Carol, it does seem a long time. We had a fabulous ship. Sleep pattern is currently a mess. Oh dear. Oh dear. See, if you'd sailed back over on Queen Mary,
you wouldn't have had that trouble.
You wouldn't have had that trouble, would you?
But they wouldn't be back in time for this.
No, I should imagine that's not one of their major concerns. I haven't seen when your next live's up either, guys. Looking back. Minnie's here. She got home safely. She popped in to see us today with Sylvia and to visit Dax primarily.
Yeah.
She's back in Wiltshire.
And
Jerry's
Dax will be seeing them in December.
Metcalf, hello to everyone. Nice to see you, Courtney. Poor Carol saying hello, Courtney. Hello, guys. Love your vids. I think
thank you.
I'm not sure if that's us or Paul and Carol or both of us.
It could be both.
It could be both. Yeah, we'll take it as both of us. And Warren from San Antonio, Texas. Wow, nice of you to join us, Warren. We met up with someone the other day from Texas.
Yeah, Shana.
From Shana, who's actually on Caribbean Princess at the moment. But we met up with her when we were in Southampton, didn't we? And what part of Texas is she from? Kerr. Begins with C. Can't remember now. Can't remember. But ever such a nice lady with a sister travelling as well. Yeah, great. Everyone's saying hello. Paul and Carol. Warren. Courtney. Ventura in 40 days. What are your thoughts?
Oh, okay.
Right.
We were surprised. November last year we went on Ventura. We hadn't been on her for
13 years?
Something like that. And not intentionally avoided her, just hadn't come round to having one on there.
Yeah.
We were surprised on how many children were on a cruise that was out of school holidays. But apart from that, we had actually had a good time.
We had a really good time. There were some, in our opinion, slightly undesirable things going on board. But we just ignored them and got on with us. The service was good. The staff was good. It was just good. The food was quite good.
It was actually.
We had a couple of iffy specialty dining, but we also had some very nice ones.
Yeah.
Cindy wasn't up to its normal standard, and neither was the Beach House.
Mm-hmm.
But Glass House was fantastic.
I keep seeing on Facebook that there are issues with Glass House. Sometimes it's doing just tapas and sometimes doing a full menu. Doesn't seem to be any particular pattern to that.
No.
But I think you just got to take that for what it is when you get on board. We had the most fantastic meal in Epicurean.
Yeah, we did.
There are one or two of the entertainments that in the production shows. There's one in particular that is unique.
Oh yeah.
To Ventura.
Yes, it was really good. It was what was it called? It was a rock. It was a rock show.
It was a heavy rock.
Well, not heavy.
But it was intended as heavy.
Yeah,
it was done in a very different way, and we really enjoyed it. You sort of saw the start of it, and you think, where's this going? What's that bloke doing? And then you realise that he was actually part of the theatre company, and that it was part of the show, and it was the link, and it was really well done. Worth seeing.
Yeah, and they also had the other show that we've only seen on Burt Bacharach.
Oh, the
show,
Burt Bacharach show,
which was sort of a brief resume of Burt Bacharach's life, and that was really good as well. But we had an absolute ball on Ventura. We went down to Canaries, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we had a fantastic
we did see
time.
a few people on there that we'd met before.
Yeah.
It tends to be that time of year. You tend to see people that are on there every time that time of year.
Yeah.
The staff were really good. We had probably a lot of our time spent. Well, where did we spend our time?
Well, we did a lot
Metropolis.
Metropolis,
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in there, which we've never really done before.
No, there's no crow's nest on there, so we spent quite a lot of time up in Metropolis.
And we sat at the bar quite a lot, and it's amazing how you get to chat to the barmen and have a bit of fun with them. Because, of course, these days it's all very different on P&O. They're very restricted on what they can do, and everything is measured to the millimetre. And when you're up at the bar, you really see that. But that doesn't harm the fact that the staff are still very good and very chatty, and you can actually get that rapport from them.
She's quite roomy, isn't she? Still,
yeah, she was surprisingly, because she was full, wasn't she?
She was full, but we had a really good time on there.
Yeah.
There was a few undesirable things going on. Dress codes not really enforced. I just wish P&O would make their mind up, either do away with the dress code completely or have it and enforce it. Don't do this wishy-washy stuff. Do one or the other.
There was certainly less problems with sunbeds than there was on Sky Princess recently.
Yeah, certainly a lot then. Yeah, it was good. We've been sort of half tempted to go back on again, haven't we? Because it had a bit of a disaster. It was our wedding anniversary and everything, and I lost all the footage. And it was a very special night that day on our wedding anniversary. And I'm still here. Yeah, she was very kind. Let me off with it. So
the hole's still there in the garden. No, shouldn't worry.
Ventura was. We had a great time.
Yeah, we did have a good time. Just you need to take it for what it is.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the moment. But certainly Metropolis is nice, because if there are a lot of children on there, then it is an adult only bar. So it's quite a nice place to go of an evening.
I think my answer would be, don't worry what anyone else is doing. Concentrate on yourself and enjoy yourself. Yeah. Is that a good answer? Yeah. Strangely for me. Yeah.
It's almost diplomatic. What's going on?
Then I'm not understanding this, but Warren says, I'm still loving my Newcastle BA.
Brown ale?
Brown ale. Yes. Of course it is. Yeah, well done. Yeah, I haven't had any Nuki for a long time. Question from Andy and Carla. What was the food like on Virgin? Well, to be fair, we only had one meal in the, what they call the buffet? The galley, isn't it? Yeah. So I just had a burger and fries.
I had a burger.
You had a different burger.
But I went round and had a look at the various stations that were cooking. There were noodles being cooked with all sorts of flavourings and dishes to go with them. There was a sushi bar. There was all sorts of small little stations that were cooking the food. And then there was also, if you wanted plain home-cooked gravy dinner, there was also that there. The nice thing was that it was all cooked fresh. Even the burgers, you ordered your burger and then you went back with the buzzer, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's
a bit like the grill on Queen Anne.
Yeah. But it was even at the place where they were doing the ordinary sort of Sunday roast type dinner, it was all being served to you. There were poke bowls and salad bowls and all sorts going on. Huge bowls of food coming out with those poke bowls.
That's next door to us.
Wow.
I will say that I think it's a fairly unanimous decision from anyone who's ever sailed on Virgin that the food is excellent.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been any debate on that. Jerry's asking, how is the group cruise coming along?
Oh, it's still coming along.
It's still coming along, Jerry. Yeah, we know you've booked, and thank you very much for coming with us. So we've got some we've got some ideas of things that we want to do, but bearing in mind we're still 19 months away. For some of them, we need to find out about how many people we've got to know whether we can do it or not. We're going to have to talk to Dan about it. So we've got several options, and what we're going to do on the Facebook group, we're going to put out some polls of things that we'd like to give back to the people that have signed up, because I know Rosemary's on here as well, and she's coming. And we'd like to give something back. But depending on how many that is, and depending whether it's viable, so we're sort of sat in a sort of quiet hiatus at the moment, aren't we?
But we have got things not only in the back of our minds, but actually made notes so that we don't forget.
Yeah.
We've got like that these days.
Down.
We've got a few ideas, but until they've actually been put together properly, it'd be unfair to say too much.
Yeah, but we will be putting it on the group. For those of you who talking to Jerry and Rose precisely, we've got for the group cruise, we've actually got a closed group for those people that have booked, and we will be offering different options and things available on there, because we want to make it special, don't we?
More special.
Well, more special, yeah, because it's nice on the ship anyway. We want to make it special, and we want to give something back to you as well. But whether we go wine tastings, martinis, or specialty dinings, or
there are various things that we can look at.
We've got all sorts of different options.
In our heads.
But we've got to wait and see until we're a little bit closer, and we will come back and ask you all to see what you prefer, won't we? But quizzes. I've got my pub quiz book already upstairs, ready for that. So I know you don't like quizzes that much.
Yeah, I get bored with quizzes.
Yeah,
there's loads of quizzes on board.
Andy and Cardiff just answered my question. Oh, good. You should
visit
the. Oh, now tell us, C for Life. What should we visit?
No, it's down here.
Oh, hang on, podcast. Where did you go?
The Scottish
town of Wanking.
I think somebody's trying to be funny there.
Yes, I think so. Yes, perhaps you should pass that one on. Paul and Carol, French has got off some of the streets. They weren't impressed with how loud the ship was, particularly around the age. Do you know, we had that. Somebody on the actual on the video that we put up, somebody actually made a comment there, and they said that the music and entertainment is so loud in the atrium that it bleeds through all the other bars and areas off of it. I guess that's down to the design of how Sun is, with a lot of open areas. I think it's something that they do more and more on modern cruise ships, to have open areas rather than closed rooms. I quite like a closed room, particularly for a restaurant, but it's something I've sort of moaned about. I mean, we weren't actually in that area, only on the way out to the ship, weren't we? And on the way in the atrium.
I was going to say, I'm sure I picked up a drink there.
Yeah, on the way in and on the way out. So I can't really comment, but it is something that somebody mentioned to us.
Yeah.
So there obviously is an issue there. Mm-hmm. And although it's fine to have this entertainment things, you also need, well, in my opinion, you also need the areas where you can go away and have a quiet room and sit and chat.
From what we saw, it did seem as though that there were plenty of places to sit. and that did look quite comfortable. And certainly the parts of the deck that we saw.
That was the sanctuary, lovey. It was very
Yeah,
nice.
but we saw the rest of the deck.
Oh yeah.
I know it was wet.
Yeah.
But it didn't look as though it was uncomfortable and crushed.
No.
But it's very difficult. It was a changeover day. Or no, it wasn't a changeover. It was part of the way through a cruise. But everybody was largely off the ship. So it was very difficult to gauge how cramped it would be. It did feel quite spacious compared to Sky.
Sky, which we'd just come off, so we were sort of comparing quite a lot, weren't we? So yeah, it did feel a lot more spacious than Sky in the public areas, and there seemed quite a lot of different places. But then you've also got another nearly 1,000 more passengers on board.
Yes. So that would actually make a difference when it's actually in working in progress.
Yeah.
So.
But it's something we found on a lot of the American style ships, that finding a quiet place. We had that problem on Celebrity, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
On Solstice, finding a quiet bar, because there's so much entertainment. Even on Sky, there was so much entertainment. It was everywhere. Not continuously, but you'd get like a half an hour break without some entertainment, and then there'd be music again. And I think and it was loud. And it was loud, yeah. So yeah.
And some was definitely better than the rest.
And some was better than others, yeah. But it may have been different to other people, because everyone has different opinions on music, don't they?
Yeah, it's a difficult one, really.
Yeah. So here, Margaret, lovely room. I'm eating far too much food.
You can never eat far too much food on a cruise.
Well, I do.
It doesn't count on a cruise.
Andy and Cara, what future cruises have we got planned?
Oh well, we can talk about the next one.
We'll talk about the next two, can't we? Really?
Ooh, two. All right then. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there might be one in between them. Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
right.
there might be.
Well, that's my fault, because I said that we might be
yeah.
But the next one is a new ship for us. It'll be Queen Victoria
in December. And we've got 11 nights down to sort of Spain and around there. Just a nice break, and we're travelling with Alfie and Bob and Holly as well for that one.
And actually, it's interesting because I think we've been to all the places before. Some of them quite recently.
Yeah.
But a lot of them we've never done in the lead up to Christmas. And it'd be quite interesting to see how some of them change their look. We've been to Lisbon when it's Christmassy, and it's quite nice.
With that great big steel Christmas tree.
Yeah,
beautiful
I have to say, in most cases, the markets are the same tack, whichever country you're in. Sorry,
it's not about
it's the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere and the wandering around looking at things.
You do get different foods in different places, and because some people some countries are better at doing glögg than others. So it'll be interesting to see how they compare and how they change at that time of year.
Roasted chestnuts.
Well, you might get that in Jib.
In Lisbon. They do a lot of chestnuts in Lisbon, don't they? Yeah. So that's the next one. Now, the next one at the moment after that is a very cold one. I'm feeling cold thinking about it. So we're up into the Arctic Circle again, searching for those elusive northern lights again.
But I am not standing in that field again. If you think I'm going out there again, you've got nothing coming.
So Lindsey's going on her husky ride again, aren't you?
Yes.
But we're going somewhere. We're doing it in Alta this time rather than Tromsø, because Alta's we're there for sort of 2.5 days, aren't we? And
it's not awful lot.
Not a huge amount there, is there?
No.
But it's the place. I mean, you've got the museum, the Northern Lights.
Yes.
We found a nice little bar there that was quite nice. And when we were there, they just had the end of the ice sculptures, and they also had the end of that.
The famous dog race.
The famous dog race, yeah, very famous. So there's still a bit of atmosphere and bits and pieces around from that. We're off up there. And,
well, we've got to do it while we can still get into those winter clothes.
I couldn't get into mine.
No, you had to change yours.
I had to get some new salopettes because they've shrunk. They've shrunk.
It was quite funny. I should have filmed that.
Yeah,
Sorry.
really. And we bought some. The other thing we bought today is some not crampons, but
The
snow
slip-on
snow walking
they're
things.
called.
Because although we had snow boots, it was actually quite slippery up there, wasn't it? And a bit hey. So we bought some of them today. So hopefully we'll be a bit more steady-footed.
Yeah, and it's very strange because some places you walked and it was very easy to walk, and in other places it just was a bit icy, wasn't it? But these you just slip them on over the shoe and or your boot, and it makes it a lot safer and a lot easier to get around.
But we think, well, you suggested the other way we might squeak something else in February, didn't you? But it's up in the air at the moment.
It is. It's finding something that happens once pantomime's finished, and we don't finish until 1st of February, so it's a bit tight.
Yeah,
but there you go. We'll see.
We shall see. We shall see. Glenn Sander. After watching your Baltic vlogs, we booked Fred Olsen Baltic Christmas Markets one for next year.
Nice.
Oh, that sounds fantastic. So you get the nice places with the beauty of Fred. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, we were trying to get on a Fred Olsen one next autumn, but we wanted to go down to the Canaries. And they don't seem to do any. I think Valletta must be going in for some sort of refurb or something for a while, because she sort of disappears off the map for a month. So they go out to the Azores and back, but not down to the Canaries. And I think 12 days sort of, excuse me, with 2 ports in the Azores. I've never been there, so I could be wrong, but I've heard that they're fairly nothing exciting. Perhaps if there's somebody on here could tell us otherwise.
That might help make the decision.
It might help make the decision, because there's one down to the Azores, and that was on Borealis as well, which would be nice to go on.
Yeah, well,
So
that'll be nice.
So that's what
We've
we're up
seen some of
to.
those Baltic places in Christmassy time, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's great fun.
And of course, where we will be going then is on Paul and Carol's group cruise. It's the one after that.
Yeah.
And you'll be on there as well, I think. Andy and Cara, not totally sure, but I think so. So we'll see you then. Yeah, have to have a drink or 5. So Margaret Screws from Boston, England. Yeah, that's right. Hey guys, love the live stream. Have you ever been on a cruise to Iceland?
Oh, now funny you should mention that.
You
were talking about
I
it.
was talking about that day before yesterday. Because no, we haven't, but I'd like to. Norway and Iceland. Well, you can go 2 ways, can't you? You can go up through Norway and then over to Iceland, or you can go up through Ireland, Scotland, and then that way. I think I'll probably go Norway, Faroe Islands, and across. But we've got quite a lot.
What I'm told.
No. We've got quite a lot of cold cruises booked, haven't we?
We have, and we want to do something a little bit further south.
Yeah.
Not in the middle of the summer, but
next year.
year
Well, because next year we've got 1, 2, 3 cruises that all go north. So it is something that I would like to do. I don't see why you wouldn't do it, because it's not too hot for you.
No. I think you've got to pick the right time of year.
But we got to pick, and then we got to decide what we're going to go on. We've just been watching Andy and Kirsty's vlogs on Celebrity Apex, and they seem to have a nice time, and they seem to have a few issues with overcrowding on there, from what Andy was saying. So yeah, Iceland. Yes, I would definitely consider it.
It's on the list. It's not right at the top, but it's on the list.
Margaret says it's been a bit rocky. Oh,
They dear.
They do. Well, they're not huge ships, are they? They do bounce around a bit. What do you think about the Villa V?
Oh, poor people. I really feel for them. I just hope that now that they've got going, it'll all sort of flow, and that they'll have a comfortable time. I mean, they're going to have a nice time, because there's only 120 passengers, something like that.
Yeah.
I just hope that it's trouble free from now on, because they to be in that situation for that long, just so difficult for them. And the circumstances that they couldn't sleep on the ship and all this sort of
Bearing
thing.
in mind, a lot of them have sold their houses to go on this trip. It's a huge investment for some. It's not cheap, was it? I mean, 3 years on a cruise ship is like, wow.
But
it's
yeah, I just hope that it works out for them now.
I hope they have a
They
good
certainly
time.
seemed very happy.
They did, didn't they? I was
Yeah.
surprised how happy they all seemed. But
Yeah, it was a bit of a stop, start, stop, stop, stop,
Yeah,
stop, start,
quite
stop.
square, quite question. 2 words. Going on Queen Anne later. How do you know what theme nights are so I can be prepared?
Ooh.
Hoping to see the Northern Lights. Right. So I'll let you deal with that one because you looked them all up for us.
Yeah, you got to go onto your cruise personaliser, and it will at some point. Actually, you don't normally
Should be there by now.
Should be there by now.
It's usually
It'll
4 or
tell
5
you
weeks before.
which nights are formal and which nights aren't. And if it says formal, it should say black and white or red and
20s.
gold or 20s. It should say that at the same time. So that's where to look.
Yeah, it should say on your cruise personalisation. And I think that they're sort of 4 or 5 weeks before that.
A long time before
long
that.
time before that.
We're
We
going
knew
in December.
ages.
We knew months ago. So
What
have a
we're
look
doing
on the
in
cruise
December. You know what
personaliser.
we're doing in December,
Yeah.
don't we?
Yeah. So have a look on the cruise personaliser.
Yeah.
It should be there.
Yeah. Okay. Both my friends are looking for a cruise with great food and lots of fun.
Ooh.
Would you recommend a cruise with blue waffle and a lemon party?
Ooh. I'll pass on that one. I have no idea what you mean.
No, I don't either. Blue waffle and a lemon party.
Don't know. I'm sorry. It's not something that we've come across.
No. If you can sort of elaborate a bit, we'll try and come back to it. Okay. Courtney, so my sister's getting married on it. Oh, lovely. They do have a nice little place for wedding, don't they, on Ventura?
Yes, they do. They have a wedding venue.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I can't remember what they call it now, but it's up at the top of the ship, isn't it?
Yeah, is it the Ivory Room or is that one of the
it's-
other ships?
but
It's a lovely little area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice place. Nice and secluded.
Right, you watched One Guy, One Screwdriver Man
No.
introducing
Nope.
a video about a bloke
Nope.
creating a host. No. Tessa. Now, Tessa's recently discovered us, hasn't she?
She has.
Yes. We're going on Sky Princess in 3 weeks. Our third time since booking. It's now good food. Actually, Bruce, not sure what to expect, but looking forward to it. We had fantastic food on there, really. Main dining rooms was really good.
Yeah, it was actually. The food we thought was probably better than P&O. Largely.
Yeah, much better. The choice certainly was. The specialities were good. We did catch by Rudy as well for the first time ever.
We weren't sure that we would like it, but oh my goodness, it was really worth doing.
Very special.
It was special. The whole atmosphere. It was just from beginning to end. It was a lovely evening. Really was nice. Well worth doing. If you get a chance, just make sure you get booked fairly early, because all these restaurants are booking up very quickly. It's a good one to do that, and the Crown Grill, of course.
Crown Grill, still possibly our favourite.
Probably.
Yeah,
I think so.
Paul Carroll. Interesting to hear that about sources. We had the same issue on Celebrity Edge. I said live music in the edge. We found it hard to find quite. Yeah, the problem that and it's sort of half spoiled. They had a lot of really good entertainment in the atrium, but nowhere to sit and enjoy it.
No,
you couldn't. I mean, the Martini bar was down there, and if you could get a seat there, that was all right. But there were people standing sort of 2 or 3 decks high, weren't they?
Yeah.
Just hanging around the the sort of atrium area, and it was a real shame because there was some really good entertainment there. But yeah, so
it's just down to the design of some of these ships.
yeah. But we had the same
odd.
issues outside on Solstice as well, didn't we?
Oh.
The level of the music.
Silhouette, you mean?
Silhouette, sorry, yeah. The level of the music was so loud in the pool area But we couldn't even have a conversation sat this close together, and we actually just left on 2 or 3 different occasions, didn't we?
Because I got fed up with shouting at him and he wasn't hearing me.
Yeah, it was a good excuse then.
Nothing unusual there.
Yeah, nothing unusual there.
Oh, I can hear the rain outside. They talked about rain again tonight. We're under another yellow warning here. And it's just started thumping down against the window.
Is that another strange one there? Yeah. So Andy and Co, looking forward to Northern Lights cruise. That's our next cruise. Yes, you're on the one before us, aren't you?
I think so.
I think we get on when you get off, Andy and Co, because you're on the 12th, I think, aren't you? And we get on the 24th, which is it'll be good. Just don't drink all the gin. No, you'd be drinking wine, wouldn't they? Yes.
Oh yeah, we'd be quite safe.
Because I do have a slight concern about that cruise, because it's the one immediately before she goes into refit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we've heard stories, rumours, that sometimes they let things run down before she goes in for a refit, and they start stripping things out while you're on board, and they run out of stocks of this and stocks of that. So I sincerely hope not, because that...
well, Emma and I would be very upset.
Emma will be very upset. We're travelling with friends again on that one, and Emma will be...
She'll be stamping her feet.
Cruising and lifestyle. Been to Azores and agreed. Not the nicest places.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that. It just seemed a bit strange in autumn to bounce all the way out to the Azores, turn around and bounce all the way back, potentially, and not really. And I know that sometimes you don't actually get to dock there, do you? Because of the weather.
No, because is it tender ports? Oh, I'm not sure,
I think
but
so.
sometimes you don't.
But thank you for that. You sort of may have made our mind up on that one, because we've not done it.
Might drop it a bit further down the list.
And Andy and Carla, we found the same on Silhouette. Yeah.
Well,
yes. Never this was wrong at the same time.
We found it together.
Especially when they shut the Sky Bar for a whole night one night for a staff party. Couldn't get a seat anywhere there. Well, we did. We went to the casino. It was the only place we could get. So Rose is going to Iceland on Viking.
In July.
Well, I guess if you're going to Iceland, Viking's a really good cruise line to go on. We've never been on Viking, have we?
No.
But really good idea. And yes, Andy and Carla are on Paul and Carol's cruise, so we'll see you there. Is there a cruise destination you wouldn't travel to, or with again, and why?
Oh my goodness! Oh, that's really difficult.
Well, I know what you'd say.
Destination, quite probably.
We disagree.
Portside.
We disagree on this.
I've been there, done it. I don't really need to go again. I really enjoyed being able to go and see the pyramids.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the fact that you get off, or you can't get off on your own. Or we couldn't when we were there. No. We went on coaches and we were given armed escorts everywhere we went, which some little old dears thought was very nice that they were looking after us. I just saw the danger signs.
You were working for the police at the time, weren't you? So everything was like...
You sort of zone into it and think, oh no, I don't like this. I've been there, done it. I don't need to do it again.
It's very special. It was a fantastic experience.
It was, yes, it was.
The second time we went, you wouldn't get off the ship at all, because you were a bit wary of it. I mean, there was a bomb in the British Museum 2 weeks before we arrived, so I think things were particularly heightened, but there were...
It wasn't bad enough for them to stop us docking.
No.
And I know that any cruise ship that goes anywhere that's a bit dodgy, they will immediately not go there. So I knew it was relatively safe. It just so that would be mine.
I mean, there are other places.
And there is a cruise company I wouldn't go with again, because it says who
would that be, dear?
Oh well, that Greek ship that we went on.
But they've gone bust.
Well, it's a good enough reason not to go with them again.
No, we wouldn't go with them again. We went in 1995. Our first ever cruise was on the SS Olympic with Olympic Lines in Greece. they're defunct now. They've probably got another 3 incarnations since then, but that actual company was defunct, and
it was an experience. I'm surprised we ever cruised again.
yeah, it was an experience.
Yeah, it was. But no, that would be my 2.
Yeah, so you're not keen to try Virgin, but I think I would still give it a go. Yeah, there was things that I didn't like on there, but there's good and bad and all.
Yeah.
So I hope that Rosaries, that sounds nice. Just back from an Iceland fellows who went from Liverpool on Valletta up the Irish Sea and Ferrol on the way back. Lovely.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is something that we ought to perhaps look at more closely.
Yeah, we actually said not that long ago that to get to Liverpool for us, it sort of said is a long way, but it's not actually that far for us, is it?
No, not really.
I just saw a little thing jumping up and down there.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what it was.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but there was something. Tom and Dom, hi guys, nice of you to join us again. I can't remember where they're off. They're off on Cunard next, aren't they? Soon.
Oh, are they?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, Queen Anne, I believe. So have a great time.
No, was that half term?
Half term, yeah. Well, it's got to be, hasn't it? Yeah. But yeah, and we did see them on Sun.
We did. Yes.
We did, yes, I think, through a haze at one point, yeah. Yeah, and he kind of was frustrating, it was so loud, yeah. Go on, postcard and a pint, nice of you to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. We watched some of their videos the other day, didn't we? Yeah, thank you. Book to catch by Rudy, you know you liked it. Another odd question. Do you know, other than mocktails, do you know if the best...
Have any non-alcoholic spirits? Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. And if I think about the Crown Grill and looking at the bar, on the right-hand side down at the bottom, that's where all the non-alcoholic spirits are.
Yeah, they do. They certainly do zero gin.
All sorts of things.
Yeah.
Just ask.
Yeah.
Because they've got quite a selection.
Yes, they have.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I will say on Princess is their selection of drinks is enormous.
Mm-hmm. And if James and Mario are there, just say hello to them.
Yeah, just say hi to them in Crown Grill. Yeah, we spent
in the Crown Grill bar.
A little bit of time there. Yeah. Right, we've met. Ken's only fans. Have you ever met me
on a
celebrity cruise?
Oh, we met Paul and Carol.
Not on Celebrity.
Oh, not on...
No, we met Andy and Carla.
Met a celebrity.
Oh, met a celebrity
cruise.
on a cruise. Sorry. Celebrity on a cruise. We've met Paul and Carol. Who else have we met? Now, seen or met? Because there's different, isn't there? Met, I mean, meet is like sit down and have a chat, to my mind.
We've been on cruises with a number of people that...
Willie Duggan.
Yeah.
Willie John McBride. Had a long chat with him one night.
You did?
And Scott Hastings. Had a long chat with him. It was on a rugby theme cruise, and so they were being paid to talk to us, but they didn't have to. Met them.
Tony Robinson was on a cruise. He was chatting to us on the bus that we were on that time.
Oh yeah, Toya.
Toya.
Yeah, I had a little chat with Toya on there. So we've met a few, but I wouldn't say we've sort of gone out for the evening with them and had a night, apart from Paul and Carol, and had a nice time like that. It's sort of.
I saw Sam Ryder.
You did, and you did speak to him.
I did speak to Sam Ryder when we were on Sun, and I came up the stairs and I thought, somebody's blocked the stairs with a couple of chairs. Oh, I'll move them out the way. So I moved them out the way and stood right in front of me with Sam Ryder. It was his private
area.
And I just went, hello, Sam, and walked past, and he went, oh, hello. Yay. Yeah. He seemed very open to speaking to people and having selfies done, actually, to be fair to him. So, yeah, that was my most recent one.
Tony's going to Iceland as he does his weekly shops there.
Make sure you go on a Tuesday, though.
He's probably not old enough.
Well, if you are old enough, you've got to take ID with you now.
I know you get 10% off or something, don't you? Lindsey gets 10% off on a Tuesday.
Over 60s.
Over 60s.
But you have to take proof now that you're over 60.
Tony's anywhere near that age, is he? No. Question. Cruise has been what I really want to know is what's the best sausage you've eaten whilst on a cruise? Best sausage on a cruise? I don't think sausages are anything that they specialise in. I had some nice black pudding on Cunard.
Yes.
Haven't you?
Yes.
But that's about it, really. Yes. Paul and Sarah, do remember to give thumbs up. It always helps the channel. Thank you very much, Paul and Carol. Now, Lindsay's got a little bit of an announcement to make. If we do it now.
Okay.
Yes.
So most of you know that while we were on the last cruise, I had a challenge. Well, actually, it turned into we had a challenge to try some cocktails. As I remember, there was quite a lot on the list. Four or five of which we couldn't do on Sky because they were only available on Sun. So we took those out of the equation, but we worked our way through the list doggedly. And actually, the trouble is when you're looking at cocktail menus, you think, oh, that looks nice. We'll try. It's not on the list. We'll try that. It's not on the list. We'll try that. And then people started giving us extra ideas, Carol, for other ones while we were on there. So, oh yes, well, that's made a note of. We'll try that.
And I must say, I reckon 95% of them were in the Princess Plus package.
Yes.
There were very few outside the Princess Plus. There were some.
Yeah.
But
we tried those as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've now got to the stage where my colleague here, the loved one, he's putting together a video at some point. As he goes through and does all the vlogs, he's putting details of the cocktails in another file, and there will be a vlog that comes out about the cocktails. What we genuinely don't know at this time is how many we tried.
No.
Well, we didn't just try them, we drank them.
Well, we drank them, yeah.
So what we thought we'd do is we'd have a little competition for you. If you want to join in, it's just a bit of fun. How many cocktails do you think we tried in a 14-night cruise on Sky? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hopefully. You're going to have to. He's going to have to get the answer for our next live. In November. But that's the question. Now, what have they got to do, Ken?
Right. What we'd like you to do is, after this video's finished, if you go back in and put a comment in, because it's easier for us to find that way than it is in a live chat.
Otherwise,
is to put a little comment in and say cocktails and then a number.
Yeah.
Now, while we were on Sun Princess, we were extremely lucky, as was everybody else, to be given a whole load of goodies. And we'd like to share these goodies with the person who gets the cocktail number either right or closest.
And if there's more than one,
we'll draw it out.
They'll draw it out of a hat. Anyway, so this is one of the things. This is a lovely tote bag, really nice quality.
It's not a tote bag; it's a shopping bag, isn't it?
Huge. And there is a sanctuary towel.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, dog's getting excited.
We didn't nick these, we were given these. Tom and Godom can vouch to that because they've had the same.
And some flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
And a notebook.
Notebook. Yes, I'll hold that.
And we're not sure what that is, but it's got a label inside for.
I'm not quite sure what it is.
It might be some. Are you interested all of a sudden? And
a fan. It's a sanctuary fan. Let's see if I can get me.
Sorry about this. Dax is helping to get things out of the.
See if I can get me Dane bit going. Yeah, see, it's sanctuary.
Get your nose out of there, and a pen.
And sanctuary pen. Go with a paintbrush. Yeah.
And.
Glass cleaning.
Glass cleanings. They're always handy when you come out the sauna.
Well, they are for us. And a water bottle.
And a lovely water bottle. It's a metal one. It looks really nice.
And that's the sanctuary one.
And a sanctuary duck. Dax. No, it's got its...
Don't do that. You stupid woman.
Anyway,
let's put it away quickly before the dog kills us. So there's all those goodies, and as I said, they were all given to us, so we'd like to share them with you, give the opportunity. There's some quite nice stuff in there, and some of it's just a bit of fun. So as Lindsay said, just put that in there, and then we'll find out who wins it.
Well, at least it's woken the dog up, if nothing else.
Yeah. Tom and Dom say yes, they're on Queen Anne.
Ah, right.
Yes, I thought it was. Have to.
Oh, see, I wouldn't mind going back on her again.
No,
actually.
I wouldn't mind. We were looking at some things today. Lots of laughs, right. So let's see what else we've got here. Oh, we've got a few more questions. Have you got anything, while we're thinking, have you got anything else to add on?
Well, we've already talked about the fact that the blogs are going onto the website, and I'm still putting ports of call on. we have updated the shopping page. So there's been a couple of additions to the Amazon shop, and with Christmas coming up, there might be a few ideas in there for people's stocking fillers, and also the shopping on our own shop
What's your glass?
has been. Sorry, dog.
Dog's over there, just ready to knock everything over.
Dax,
Yes.
get out of there. It's been updated so that actually people can buy from abroad now.
Yeah, international access.
International access. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
So we've got that as well. So that's a bit of an addition. And for your diary, the next live will be on Monday, the 4th of November.
Yes, 4th of November.
Which I believe is the same night as Burnham Carnival.
Oh, okay. Well, we're not going to Burnham Carnival.
We don't have to go to Carnival.
No.
Sorry.
So we'll be there. Now, there is a question here from Paul and Carol, and it's for you. It's not for me.
Oh dear.
The virtual gardener's having a tidy up. Any plans for the garden over winter?
No.
Let it go to sleep.
It will go fairly dormant,
Yes.
and that's kind of why the plants have all been sorted out and trimmed back. Some of the roses and things will actually be trimmed in the early spring.
You talk. I'll go and grab it.
There's a few vegetables there, so the leeks will come on through the winter. We've got a few winter greens, and I will have some seeds that I will plant for spring colour. So some pansies, perhaps even some wallflowers, but that would be kind of done indoors. The biggest amount of colour that we'll get in this time of year is from my Thanksgiving cactus, or Christmas cactus. We call them Christmas cactus here, but in the States and that they're Thanksgiving. But they're just starting to come into bud. So
and we've got broad beans to plant, overwintering
we haven't
broad beans.
got those yet, though.
I know, well, we tried to buy some the other day. And also some red salad onions to go in, that overwinter. Ready for,
They actually did very well last year.
very good, yeah, ready for early summer.
But at the moment, well, having done what we did at the weekend, it's a good job we did because it's absolutely sodden out there again.
Yeah.
So anything we do, we'll have to wait for a little while now.
Yes. Right, let's just see if we got any more questions to go through. Question. Cocktails per person or in total? Right, Andy, this is total because Lindsay had most of them. But I had to help out on a few because she doesn't like the hot, spicy ones. So when it came to a sandia en fuego, it was down to me, wasn't it? And there's a couple other that I drunk things that she would, and see, I can't do tomato juice, so she has to do the Bloody Marys and things. Dax, stop it! Excuse me.
And I like a Bloody Mary.
She does.
But Carol's been a naughty person.
Why?
Well, because she introduced me to another one.
That one, what was it? The clam juice one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fell in love with that one, didn't you?
A bloody something else, wasn't it?
Yes.
Wasn't it? Anyway, yes, I did. I fell in love with that one. That was really nice.
So, yes.
Far too easy to drink.
You're dead right, Andy and Cara. Dax is getting really excited. Yes. Where did I buy my Rolex? I haven't got a Rolex at all. Yeah, do away with that one, Lindsay. Sorry about this. No, I don't have a Rolex at all. Sorry. It's a Seiko. Yes. And Minnie says some of us has to go to Carnival. Yeah, Minnie's in Western Zoyland Carnival Club, so
she'll be going to Carnival. Yeah, so
yes.
We'll accept your apologies, Minnie, unless you're going to get the whole Carnival Club to tune in that night.
Yes,
it's a good idea. While you're waiting for it to start when you're on Love Lane, there you go.
Yeah. So I think that's just about it, isn't it? Do have a go at the cocktail thing. There's some nice bits and pieces there.
Yeah.
And we'll send
and it's
it out
largely
to you.
for fun.
Yes. Because I haven't.
And we'll
got
be
a
as
clue.
surprised as you.
I've edited the first 4 days now, as some of you may have seen them or not, as you may have seen. Edited the first 4 days, and I think so far we're up to about 18 or 19. But they do go down as we went through the cruise, didn't they? Because it was just getting giving hard work. Yeah, Margaret says, give Dax the duck.
If I gave Dax the duck, it would be strewn across the room by now. He'd have ripped it apart.
Yeah, it would be disintegrated.
It would be.
Yeah.
Bless him.
So is there anything else we need to add, Lindsay, apart from saying a big thank you?
Have you reminded them about the website?
No. Oh, go on then. I'll just find it. Here it is.
Yeah,
There
don't
we go.
forget, if you need to contact us, if you want to see anything on the website, there's the address. There's details of our group cruise. There's details of the ports of call that you've done. There's the shops, the blogs, all sorts of bits and pieces. So please go and say, or you can contact us direct there as well.
Yeah.
So please pop along and have a look.
Yes. Millie says she'll try to have a good time. Yes.
I can just imagine some of that lot at Western's Oiling going, who, what, where?
So I think we're done. I think we've got through all the questions. Thank you
My
so
goodness.
much for joining us for all your lovely
And
questions.
Margaret, we'll look forward to seeing
Margaret,
you very
we look
soon.
forward to seeing you next week. Yeah. And thank you all. Hopefully we'll be catching up with Paul and Carol soon.
Yeah.
Be in touch, guys. And thank you very much. And we'll say goodbye with this one. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Why not pop over to our website, kengoescruising.co.uk. There you can find out a little more about us, check out our reviews on ships we've cruised on, and some of the ports of call we've enjoyed to date. We also have a small online shop for you to browse that includes our very own delist cruising ducks. If you'd like to contact us about anything, just go to our Contact Us page.